We are currently Sunday evening, one weekend after I basically put the engine together. I did not film a lot about the wiring harness, but as you can see, I have it labeled. I checked everything with the Link ECU documentation. I have it right here. So I checked all the leads. I checked if all the pins went exactly to where in the DME they are supposed to go. So I checked everything for continuity to make sure that the wires are actually working. I made some notes. I have labeled every single sensor. So yeah, I didn't go over this while taking video because it's pretty tedious and I wanted it to be good. I had one M50 B25 TU harness previously, but there were some things that were snipped off and cut off in the coil pack harness, so I didn't want to proceed in that manner. So basically everything checks out. Everything was checked for continuity. The only thing that I don't know yet is what I should do with the cam and crank sensors. So that's specifically, this is the crank sensor plug, and I should have the cam here. That's the cam position plug. Yeah, so because the engine is a non-VANOS and this harness is VANOS, I'm supposed to do something with the cam trigger wheel or the crank trigger wheel. I'm not sure. I will inform you once I get there. But the most important thing now is that I found a harness that checks out. The only thing missing from this harness is the reverse light switch connector and the O2 sensor plug. But I don't think that's a big deal. All the rest is good. It's hard to find harnesses these days. The harness here is actually older than I am, so and the sole reason for getting this harness or using this harness is because I bought the plug and play ECU. It's cheaper than a fully aftermarket standalone ECU, but maybe after all it's better to go and buy like something like a Voodoo, or I don't remember exactly what type, but maybe if you have to search for harnesses and they're all in bad condition, then you're maybe better off buying a ECU that's fully standalone and then just making your own harness for it, because chances are that this will break eventually, since it's probably 30 years plus older. But yeah, I checked everything for continuity, so that's the best thing that I could do here. I do have my non-VANOS harness as well, but since it's plug and play for the VANOS harness, we're going to be using this one. So that's it for wiring. If you guys have any questions on that or anything specific for me, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back. I haven't filmed everything. It's freezing currently. It's like -3 degrees Celsius. Not sure what it translates to in Fahrenheit, but I've been struggling with the GoPro batteries and stuff, so I'll just give you an update here. There's not a whole bunch that has changed. As you can maybe see, it's raining inside of my garage since the ice is melting on top of it, and this is a very old garage. I can actually see outside of the garage right here. But yeah, I think I left off last time with the rocker cover gasket or the valve cover gasket. I have applied assembly lube on the lobes of the camshafts. I gapped the spark plugs to 0.65 millimeters and I put them in, put the coil packs in. Everything is bolted down at the moment. In the front or on the side of the engine, I have ordered a new S54 oil filter housing, because this has the lines for an oil cooler and a thermostat inside, and it also has ports here for sensors. I ordered this DO88 set for the coolant lines. I installed the two new NOx sensor from BMW. I have a new camshaft or a cam sensor and a crank sensor. Both are for the TU engine, since I'm using the TU plug and play link. I also installed a new pilot bearing right here. I have 4 more of those. You can only get those in increments of 5. It's raining inside. It's crazy. How am I building an engine here? But yeah, other than that, I don't think I'm missing anything that I was supposed to tell you guys. Yeah, so I'm going to continue, give you some small updates. Nothing incredibly difficult was done off of camera, so that's why I didn't really film it. So if you guys have any questions of things that I've skipped, you can ask me. I'll gladly answer, no worries. Alright guys, little update. We are Sunday. Yesterday I finished up with the wiring harness and the water lines. So basically this water line that goes from the head has to go inside this main water line, because we're not heating up the throttle body anymore, not using the intake thermostat. I still need to change some lines, like I put the fuel filter on. I need new hoses for the fueling. I also put everything in as good as I could. The only issue is this is a non-VANOS engine, so it also comes with the non-VANOS harness bracket, and I don't have place for the knock sensors. So currently, it's probably going to be hard to see in this whole mess, but I just zip tied both knock sensors to the bracket. I don't know if that is fine or if it needs like a certain type of bracket. It used to be on this, but it snapped off. And this is from a VANOS bracket, so I think the previous harness I had, they just like rigged it off so that they could use the knock sensors. But yeah, I've got new camshaft sensor, new crank sensors, all from BMW, 2 new Bosch knock sensors from BMW, so we should be good. I think I'm going to take it off of the stand, put it on the ground, and see if I can get to mounting flywheel and clutch kit from K64. It is a twin disc, it is right there and on the shelf, so let's see. There's a couple of things in the harness that aren't connected yet. This is the VANOS solenoid. I don't have that, so not going to be using this. Throttle position sensor needs to come to the throttle body. Intake air temp has to be connected to the intake. So there's a couple of things still that need to be connected. I think it goes somewhere here. We can do that afterwards when it's in the car, I suppose. Alright, we got the engine off the stand on the ground. I'm going to try and put on the K64 twin plate. I've never done this, so I won't record everything because, yeah, it's not really an instructional if I'm following instructions myself. So there's an instructional video of them on their YouTube page, so I will include just that. But yeah, this has to come off, flywheel has to go on, first plate, spacer plate, second plate, and then the pressure plate. But it's all pretty easy explained. I'm not sure if it's as easy to do, so we'll have a look. If I find any struggles, I will turn the GoPro on and we can continue from there. Alright, so first issue, I unboxed it. It came pretty well secured, I must say, for what it is. It came with instructions. This is the piece of kit. It's pretty heavy. Flywheel and all that kind of stuff. It was packaged quite alright, I guess. The pressure plate is pretty new. I saw a date on here, 07/25. But yeah, basically that's where my first issue is. I don't have the center tool for it. I thought it was gonna come with, it didn't, so yeah, I was going to have everything attached to the engine today and assemble this, but yeah, since I'm missing the clutch alignment tool, that's not going to happen today. I don't really have anything else to do. I could already do the throwout bearing and a couple things to the transmission, but yeah, that's not like the biggest part of the job. So I will try to 3D print the clutch alignment tool at work. We do have a 3D printer. I do not have any experience with it, but it'll be a first for me as well. But that way I don't have to wait for it, and I'll have it by tomorrow, hopefully, if I find the right file. And yeah, we'll continue whenever I can.